See how UNMC's new online program is sparking young minds.
Then, see how the nurse shortage is impacting patient care as hospitals are feeling the strain.
Later, see the new strategies aiming to turn the trends around in education.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Good afternoon, I'm Isaac Nielsen.
And I'm Peyton Yoakum. Nebraska hospitals are facing a growing nurse shortage, one that's putting extra pressure on already busy medical teams. Joe Sutton shows us how staff members are stepping up to fill the gaps.
At Nebraska Medical Center in Bellevue, nurses like these begin their shifts checking patients' heart rates. From inspecting crash carts, the tasks never stop. Beyond the bedside, much of the job now happens behind a screen. Logging vitals, monitoring patients, and managing records remotely, even simple restocking tasks take time. In the ICU, nurses juggle these duties between critical care moments, a balance that leaves little room for rest. And after all that, paperwork still awaits, chart reviews, emails, and communication with other departments. Julie Lazure, Vice President of Nursing, says the numbers show just how widespread the problem is.
We don't see any sign of relief till about 2030.
Nurse-to-patient ratios are up, meaning fewer nurses are caring for more people at once. It's leading to longer wait times, heavier workloads, and added stress.
In the operating room, the shortage is just as visible. Surgical nurse Samantha Schmitz sees the impact firsthand.
We perform a lot of surgeries every day, so if we don't have enough nurses to staff the surgeries, then we can't perform as many or they get pushed back. And then it also increases the workload on nurses having to assist in more surgeries each day.
The challenges stretches beyond one hospital. It's a statewide issue impacting care in every corner of Nebraska. Still, for the nurses on duty, the focus remains the same, providing care and compassion, even under pressure. I'm Joe Sutton with the Omaha News.
Recruiting and retention remain top priorities as hospitals try to keep up with growing patient demand.
The University of Nebraska Medical Center is connecting classrooms to careers through its online UBEATS program. The goal? To spark interest in science early and help fill Nebraska's growing need for healthcare professionals. Reporter Davion Scott Bell takes us from development to the classroom.
UBEATS began as a collaboration between UNMC and UNO. The free digital platform lets middle and high school students explore more than 100 modules and subjects surrounding public health to allow students to gain the knowledge even when students would otherwise not have access. UBEATS curriculum specialist Sarah Schaefer says it's helping teachers reach students in more creative and interactive ways.
Interactive, it's engaging, they get to hear while they read, so it's hitting all of their learning preferences, and it's just an exciting way for them to hear this content through a different lens.
It meets those learning preferences by engaging users with multimedia elements as narration goes throughout the module, as well as badges to incentivize students to complete the modules. The UBEATS program uses instruments just like this whisper room to help and build a brighter futures for kids in health science. UBEATS featuring modules on 9 categories of public health, ranging from cancer all the way to careers in public health. The program also offers teachers' guides to integrate them into their lesson plans. Omaha Northwest teacher Megan Westman talks about her use of the modules in class to increase interactivity.
So to introduce something that has that interactive entertainment type of value lets students see the information in just a different format.
The collaborative project between UNO and UNMC hopes to continue educating and inspiring the next wave of students to look into the healthcare field. For the Omaha News, I'm Davion Scott Bell.
People buy us new stuff and then they don't.
The program is currently implemented in 48 states across the U.S. and is developing new content constantly to keep up with new findings in healthcare.
A new national study ranks Omaha at the top of the troubling list, the city with the highest rate of DUIs in the country.
For some, the sound of an ambulance is just part of city life. For others, it's a reminder of how one wrong choice behind the wheel can change everything. A new Lending Tree study found Omaha leads the nation in DUI rates, with more than 4 drivers in every 1,000 facing a charge. That's more than double the national average. Leanna Topko with Project Extra Mile says the numbers didn't surprise her.
It wasn't super surprising per se, just because I know that Nebraska as a state doesn't do so well with impaired driving.
The nonprofit works alongside law enforcement and community leaders to reduce alcohol-related harm through prevention programs and policy change.
There are a lot of impaired drivers on our roads, unfortunately, and it's up to us to make the safe decisions for ourselves and therefore our communities.
Behind the data are families, neighborhoods, and decisions that affect everyone on the road. Advocates say tackling Omaha's DUI problem means changing habits, not just enforcing laws.
Attorney Matthew Knipe with Liberty Law Group says the legal penalties for a DUI in Nebraska are serious.
For a first offense DUI, you're looking at fines, possible jail time, probation, and a number of other things.
Knipe adds the impact goes beyond the courtroom, affecting jobs, families, and reputations.
It's not worth it. You've got better places to put your hard-earned money than into an attorney's pocket.
For the Omaha News, I'm Mo Alibadi.
Experts say reducing those numbers starts with awareness and a commitment to making safer choices before getting behind the wheel.
After the break, the puck drops at the Durham as a new exhibit brings the history of hockey to life.
Then, see how UNO students are making college work despite the financial strain.
Create. Perform. Communicate. College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Millvale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
3,000 student athletes from 9 institutions, competing in 19 sports for national prominence, striving for excellence in academics and athletics, seeking to become champions. Nearly 100,000 students and more than 800,000 alumni celebrate Summit League student athletes and their rise to reach the summit. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders strive to reach the summit today.
The Trump administration is moving ahead with new rules that could block some nonprofit workers from student loan forgiveness. The Education Department will now have the power to remove organizations from the program if their work is deemed substantially illegal. Critics say it targets groups helping immigrants and transgender youth. Set to take effect in July, the policy could affect teachers, doctors, and other public workers who depend on nonprofit jobs for loan relief.
As 54 million children returned to the classroom this fall, parents and educators faced a new concern, the recently reported decline in student test scores. Reporter Mare Pritchard investigates the decline and how local teachers are working to prevent further decline.
Last month, the National Assessment of Educational Progress released its biennial's Nation Report Card, which found 12th grade students tested 3 points lower in math and reading, and 8th grade science has fallen 4 points since the exams were last administered in 2019. 12th grade reading scores have been on the decline since 1992, dropping nearly 10 points in the last decade. This lapse in reading comprehension is something local teachers have noticed in their own classroom.
They're not reading anymore. and we're pretty scared about it. We're at least noticing in our district that reading scores have gone down a lot.
Landon Chapin, a 12th grade English teacher at an Omaha area high school, says there are some other factors that could have led to the decline.
I would say chronic absenteeism is a big effect, or a big cause. COVID was a massive one we're still uncovering. I think that the intensity of digital engagement right now is pretty impactful.
While the exams were administered before President Trump's second term, recent policy changes have educators concerned for the future. These policy changes include an executive order abolishing the Department of Education and millions of dollars in funding cut to the department. Mario Rivera teaches 5th grade at a Northwest Omaha elementary school. He says his school has implemented a new program to help students improve their reading skills.
In our school, we're doing a big focus on reading intervention. At least in the 4th grade, like a new change this year would be the specialists, so like the music, art, PE, and library. They only have one plan time a day, and then the other plan time goes towards helping out 4th grade, so they'll come into the classrooms and just help with reading intervention.
With uncertainty about the future of the Department of Education and looming budget cuts, Omaha area educators say they are doing everything they can to prepare their students for the future. For the Omaha News, I'm Mayor Pritchard.
Following the publication of the nation's report card, the U.S. Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, released a statement calling the results devastating and saying we owe it to students to do better. The next NAEP assessment will be conducted in the winter of 2026, with the results being released throughout 2027.
Omaha may not have a professional hockey team, but the city's love for the sport runs deep. A new exhibit at the Durham Museum is helping fans understand hockey through science and education. Reporter Wyatt Lair has the story.
Omaha's passion for hockey stretches back generations, from the Omaha Knights of the 1940s to today's Omaha Lancers. Now, that history is on display at the Durham Museum's Hockey Faster Than Ever. The exhibit explores the science and technology behind the game, giving visitors a closer look at what makes hockey one of the fastest sports in the world. Scott Eastman, the museum's director of marketing and public relations, says the exhibit is helping people see how education and athletics go hand in hand.
We really absolutely are focusing on that science, technology, engineering, and math to really understand behind the scenes, how does that work?
Each section connects the national story of hockey to Omaha's own history, from early leagues and youth programs that continue to grow the sport locally. As visitors test their slap shot and learn about the science behind the sport, for lifelong hockey fans like Jeff Anderson, this exhibit showcases the history and evolution of hockey.
It's important to know the rules of hockey. It's important to know the penalties that are called, or at least that's how you understand the game.
Visitors can see a variety of hockey memorabilia, from Hall of Fame NHL players, local team jerseys, and the evolution of equipment used in the sport. The exhibit's focus on education makes it interesting for anyone, not just hockey fans. Its use of history and science teach visitors how innovation is driving the sport forward. Nebraska's hockey community came together as the Omaha Lancers, Mavericks, and Owls helped bring this national exhibit here to the Durham Museum, giving fans a closer look at the passion and tradition that helped shape the hockey future in Omaha. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Wyatt. Only in Nebraska do you see that kind of passion for hockey, even without a professional team.
After the break, how the growing wave of Japanese culture is influencing entertainment.
Then, learn a few tips to keep your kids safe this Halloween night.
There seems to be like this gathering right here of really great minds and really great ideas.
I think it's a great moment, to teach a UL student.
Being here, I get like a jump start on my journalism career.
I found a lot of people that are interested in like the same things as me.
Sort of a lifetime changing career for me, and the best way it could happen.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime.
Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it.
Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
13th Floor magazine is a student-run campus literary journal that features poetry, creative nonfiction, fiction, microfiction, screenplay, and visual art from UNO students, alumni, faculty, and staff. It is produced by the students in the Writers' Workshop Literary Magazine course. New issues of the magazine are published every spring with a public launch party to celebrate its release.
Welcome to the Maverick Minute, an inside look into the life at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. From student success stories and Maverick athletics to campus events and community highlights, we're celebrating what makes UNO the place to be. Good afternoon, I'm Katie Gomez. College students across the country are facing growing financial pressure, but at UNO, students are finding ways to make it work. Reporter Paxton DeVault has more.
Rising tuition, rent, and everyday expenses are putting pressure on college students nationwide. Here on campus, some are juggling loans, part-time jobs, and the stress of simply keeping up. A recent student financial wellness survey found that 22% of college students ran out of money 8 or more times in the span of 1 year.
Last semester, I had to take out one under my name, but I know eventually I'll pay it off, and in the future, once I do get that degree.
Like many UNO students, Megan says she's learning how to save.
Moving forward, I'm probably going to keep a bigger savings. I'm trying to add on to it.
It's no secret that college can drain your wallet, but many UNO graduates say the payoff is far beyond the price tag.
UNO alum Megan Reeder says the challenges taught her lessons that carried into her career.
I took out student loans and tried to save up my tips and things for my serving job so that way I could at least rent books and save some money that way.
Reeder graduated from UNO in 2013 and now works as a radio host and director at Sweet 98.5. She says, despite the financial strain, college opened doors that she couldn't have reached otherwise.
I think college is worth it because you have to figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. The biggest thing that I will say to anyone in college is save your money.
For students still working to balance budgets and build savings, UNO offers support through the Maverick Food Pantry, textbook rental services, and emergency grants. The university's financial aid office reminds students that help is available, and with the right tools, financial challenges don't have to stand in the way of a college degree. With the Omaha News, I'm Paxton DeVault.
To help ease the financial burden, UNO encourages students to explore available support and to reach out early for guidance from the financial aid office. The pilot shortage isn't just a story for major airlines, it's playing out right here in Omaha. At UNO's Aviation Institute, students are getting tools to launch into their careers that are in high demand. Reporter Pablo Perez has more.
Flying high isn't just a dream. It's a career path backed by dire need of skilled pilots. A national report shows that while pilot numbers have risen recently, it is still unclear if supplies will meet industry demand in the years ahead. Instructor Skip Bailey says the new simulator is about more than controls.
Our students, when they do their regular class load, they are flying smaller airplanes. So obviously their goal is to fly as a commercial pilot in something such as a 737, which a lot of airlines use. We try to give them a leg up and they can learn what they call the FMS, the flight management system, which is one of the systems that all these airplanes use.
Here in the UNO Aviation Institute is sharpening its edge for that very demand. Right here in the simulator lab at UNO, students say that every hour logged and every button pushed brings them one step closer to their pilot's license. With the aviation industry predicting tight pilot supply and growing demand, especially at regional airlines, UNO's approach may give its students a leg up when it's time to take off.
The simulators here at UNO really give us students a full immersive experience, and it allows us to do things that we couldn't do in the cockpit. So the simulator gives us good ability to just press the pause button. It's full motion, everything's pretty realistic, and it's really good for us.
UNO's Aviation Institute is also connected to airline pathway programs. From Omaha News, I'm Pablo Perez.
With the aviation industry continuing to face a shortage of qualified pilots, UNO's hands-on training could be the help to bridge that gap one student at a time. Family Weekend took place October 24th through 26th and welcomed current Mavericks and their families to campus. The event featured tailgates, sporting events, and arts and crafts, giving students the chance to show off their new school and share the Maverick experience. Hosted by UNO's new student and family programs, it celebrated connection and campus pride. UNO hockey had an exciting series against UMass. They lost the first night, but came back to upset the number 13th ranked team in the nation on the second night. This weekend, UNO hockey will face Colorado College in Colorado Springs, marking the team's first road game of the season. Fans can look forward to following the Mavericks on the road, and the team will return to Omaha for home games next weekend. That's all for this week's Maverick Minute. We'll see you back here next week with more stories. Until then, keep making every minute a Maverick Minute. Go Mavs!
You are a Maverick. You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader, committed to making a difference. Your passion for finding solutions transforms research into real-world impact. You are unique, and your voice matters. Your individuality breathes life into the community you're shaping. You are driven, always striving for excellence. Your passion, your hustle, it's not just about today. It's about opening doors to tomorrow. Every skill you sharpen, every connection you make is building the foundation for your future success. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, the possibilities are as endless as your potential. You dare to dream, to innovate, to lead, to shape a brighter future. You are a Maverick.
Breaking news this morning, traffic is backed up for miles.
In the noise of every day, tune into peace. Stay classical, Omaha.
Japanese culture is finding new ways to connect with people right here in Omaha, from anime conventions to major movie releases. Jade Thornton has the story.
Every year, fans across the Midwest come together at NebCon, Omaha's own celebration of anime, art, and Japanese culture that keeps getting bigger. What started in 2004 with just 300 attendees has expanded to nearly 7,900 in 2022. UNO student Aiden Shackelford, who's minoring in Japanese, says Omaha's growing fan base is helping that sense of community thrive.
It's just a large city with a lot of people, and once you get a group of people that have similar interests, and that grows, and then you'll find more people that's also, and it just kind of builds up from there.
But anime conventions aren't the only thing bringing Japanese culture into Omaha. Movies are too. UNO student Edwin Alvarez, also minoring in Japanese, says the popularity of films like Demon Slayer shows how much influence Japanese media now has in the West.
Anime films here, like for instance, the most recent Demon Slayer movie has grossed a lot of money. Hollywood has, seen that, and I feel like this is like a big way to show that anime is overall a good indicator of growth and an influence that in the West has now.
And that influence is showing, with Demon Slayer's record-breaking box office proving just how far Japanese storytelling has come here in the West. From conventions like NebCon to packed theaters across Omaha, Japanese culture continues to find a growing home. For the Omaha News, I'm Jade Thornton.
NebCon will return to Omaha again next year, continuing to bring together anime fans from across the Midwest.
With Halloween night just a day away, it can be easy to forget how important it is to stay safe when kids go trick-or-treating. Reporter Gage Peterson shares some insight on how to stay safe this Halloween.
Halloween is supposed to be full of fun and fright, but safety experts say it can also be one of the most dangerous nights of the year. With excitement high and visibility low, police and traffic officials say both drivers and trick-or-treaters need to be extra alert once the sun goes down. Traffic safety expert and AAA spokesman Brian Ortner highlights the dangers of traffic on Halloween night.
Halloween, for young pedestrian ages 5 to 14, they have a 4 times higher likelihood of being involved in a serious injury or fatal crash on Halloween, more so than any other evening of the year.
So whether you're walking or driving tomorrow evening, make sure you are aware of your and your kids' surroundings. Traffic safety experts also suggest wearing something reflective, carrying a flashlight, as well as sticking to well-lit streets. This can make the night safer for everyone.
Omaha police officers, like Brandon Fender, also suggest
that you trick or treat in a known area where the kids know kind of the cross streets in the neighborhood. Stay in a group and stay within earshot of each other.
Halloween can still be full of scary fun, as long as everyone keeps safety in mind on the roads. Reporting for the Omaha News, I'm Gage Peterson.
Shall obey our commands.
Whether you're behind the wheel or walking around with your kids, be alert and have a safe Halloween night. That's all for today. Join us again next week for more news and entertainment in the Heartland.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at UNO, the Omaha News, or find our website for even more news and stories at unomahanews.com.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.